Hello and welcome back to the channel. I said last time that I was going to do windows, but it's a bit chilly today, so as it's been Christmas and I have been given a present, we're going to fit some coilovers today. We're going to get started with the rears because I'm still waiting for some top mounts to turn up. But once they're here, we'll get underway with the fronts and get this van down on the ground. Well, I got a bit carried away. And I've got the new spring and adjuster in, the new shock on this side. I'm going to go through it with you guys with this side. I've got it all stripped off, which was 2 shock bolts and then knocking the spring out. But let's show you this then, shall we? Let's get this in. One shock bolt at the top. I've left my ratchet over the other side of the van. So, yeah, please. As before, we have the bolt for the top of the shock there. Get these slotted in. Make sure you use the rubber mounts if you don't want any noises. And then use the bottle jack. Get the bottom bolt in. Right, so and then bottom pinch bolt's done. Top pinch is done. Done both sides, and now we can release it off the jack here. Another thing is, it was a good job that I was changing the springs because we had a broken one. And strangely, different thickness of shocks. Don't know if that had any effect, but let's get the wheels back on. Seems to be sitting quite high, although that sits better. Can we lock the jack now? Yeah. I think we need to go lower, don't we? Maybe the fronts will help when I get them done, but do we take the adjusters out as well next? I know I should have really cut down the bump stops. If it doesn't settle very nice, then I might do that. Well, I've just took it down the road and it looks like I'm going to cut the bump stops down because I'm pretty sure we're bottoming out, so it doesn't sound good. So back off it goes. Right, I am back under the van. I've just removed this bottom bolt, removed the spring, and I'm going to trim that down. I've seen in the past people take just the notch off that's inside here, which I shall do. Get a bit of paint to protect the metal, and we'll try again. So, as you can see, I've painted it. I've cut this piece this much off. I think that should be enough. And I'm going to get over with this side, cut this one down, and then I can bolt it all back together and hopefully that solves that issue. So we're all refitted back in. I'm going to see if I can fix this up. That shouldn't be hanging down like that. We're going to lower it down completely and see what clearance we've got then. So after a redo of the rear suspension and cutting those helpers out, the bump stops out, it's made a massive difference. No more bangs. So we'll get onto the fronts next, which I'm still waiting for the top mount, so as soon as they turn up I'll get them fitted. A couple of weeks later, I've now got top mounts so I can finish the front coilovers off, and I don't know if you'd have noticed the mistake I did, but on the rears the adjusters I've fitted into the bottom, which is what I've done previously and is been correct, but according to transporters it's the other way around and they go on the top, so we're going to swap them over. I've got some rubber collars for the bottom as well, so should have no bangs or knocks or anything. So what we have is this rubber mount that sits on, and it's actually got a marking around here, sorry about the lighting, but that sits flush like that now. And then what we need to do is have that way round with its rubber sleeve on top, and then we should be able to get it all up into that space there. Right, there we have it. We've got seated properly on the rubber mount there, seated properly on the coilover adjuster, bolt back in, all done. Now, just the fronts to go. So I've jumped ahead and got this side done, and it's all in. I do need to replace the drop link, which I'll get ordered next week, and yeah, it's all done up, all back together. I just wanted to get this side done, see my best way of doing it, and now I've worked it out, I shall go through the other side with you guys. So start off by getting brake wear sensor and ABS wire out of the way so we don't trap it or break it. Got this loosened from here. I need to get the drop link out, which on the other side was an absolute nightmare. I'll undo the drive shaft nut so we don't pull the shaft out of its place, bottom ball joint, and we should be able to get it free. So yeah. Right, drive shaft nut is being an arse. Let's see if we can get these ball joint bolts out. So I'm not planning this very well. The battery on this is low. The other camera's just run out of memory on the memory card. So I've got this free. I'm going to get the drive shaft free, get these pinch bolts undone, and then we should be good to go with swapping the other coilover. It seems to be everything is being difficult. Drive shaft will not budge from the hub. So I'm going to see if I can keep it in place while I swap the shock over. The two pinch bolts were very tight, but they are going now. I'll update you when the shock is out. So, shock is out. I've ended up disconnecting the drive shaft from the gearbox. Not ideal, but... and up there looks quite clean, to be fair. The other side was a bit crusty, but It's all surface rust. Cleaned it off, gave it a little spray. That I've had arguments with, but we got it out. Now, got the old spring, just got the spring compressors in place ready, and we'll go through it together. So we've got the springs, spring under. Now the reason I'm taking this off is because we need this nut. What we've got here is the new coilover. And it comes with a nylock nut. Now the nylock nut is not the same thickness, it's shallower, and it's no good when you're fitting it back onto a T-bottom. So there we go. That is all ready. Correct nut. Let's get it into place. I'm going to chuck a bit of paint actually on the inside of the arch, just to give it a bit of protection. So we've got bottom pinch bolts in, cables all back on. The drop link on this side was fine and went on nicely, so I only need to order one, but I will replace both. We've got the bottom ball joint in. I've just got to get the drive shaft back on, which the bolts are down there. And then we can put the wheels on and see how it sits. Is it going to be low enough? So everything is now all done up, including bottom ball joint, drive shafts back on. Doesn't look the happiest, but it'll be alright for now. And get the wheels on, drop it down, let's see how it looks. So that is the coilovers fitted and sits much better now. Just got to sort out drop links for another day. Hopefully the next one will be windows fitted, because at the minute I've got them waiting, they're taking up space. I just need to get them fitted now, so that should be the next video. See you soon.